we're looking at these things, and you said that we kind of need to look back at historical context. What historical context can you really point to that resembles the time that we're in right now?
Well, I think there's a lot of there's a lot of instances where you see environments where there's a supply shock of some sort. In this case, it was the COVID related supply disruptions, which create inflationary pressures and inflationary impulse into an economy. And of course, that was also exacerbated by the Ukraine war. So you sort of had like a twofold inflationary impulse. And then basically what happens in terms of how that plays out through to the rest of the economy. And I think if you just sort of take that circumstance, there's a lot of cases, dozens of cases in the developed world over the course of the last 75 years that have that shape and that form. And of course, in certain circumstances, the initial inflationary impulse was bigger. In certain cases, the level of underlying inflation was higher. But it's important in this sort of situation, abstract a little bit from the particulars of exactly how high inflation was and stuff. Like, I agree. If someone shows me a chart of the 70s and says, doesn't it just look like 1979? Like, no, it does not look like 1979. Like, we're not even close to what 1979 looks like. But what you can draw from those experiences is the cause effect linkages and the way the dynamics work, even though the elasticities or the levels or the magnitudes are a little smaller. And so I think that's really what I'm drawing on is that history of dozens of cases like that over the last 75 years.